decent bite here. Beat me last time I was home.
Gonna beat you again.
So I gotta beat her today. I can't let her win again.
Sorry.
He's not even there, guys. Oh, that's a bear fish. Definitely the biggest of the day. Pretty too, look at all the spots on him. Pretty fish. It's on a Gambler Big Easy. Look. But it's so dang old, I've had them since before I joined the Army, so that's a 2-pound fish right there, so solid marks on it. Okay, some more. All that muscle up for that. Look how skinny he is too. I think I knocked him cold like he's peeing. See? Look at him tongue. What was he thinking? See if he jumps from the wall. Yeah, let him swim out a little bit more. Give him some. There you go. Well, you hooked him pretty weird, huh?
Yeah.
Keep pushing it. Pull hard.
Hurt him.
Nice. You can let go of his mouth. Nah, got a little one. Oh my gosh, there are shiners everywhere over here too. This is not a prime example of finding the bait and catching a good fish in the grass, but I caught him way back there. Come back for it. It's from the trolling motor, baby. Yeah. No, he smoked it for the size he is. Lost my swim bait too. Got one fish out of that swim bait. 12-incher there. It is like freaking glass out here. Literally like a mirror. Check out the houses to the water. It's literally like a perfect reflection. Not total bluebird skies. Dense clouds. There's more smoke in the air from that mess going on over there than anything. But it slowed the fishing down. It's about 12 o'clock now. She didn't beat me today. I got her today numbers wise. But so from here, gonna go to Cracker Barrel, get some food. After Cracker Barrel, I don't know. I gotta hit a bait shot because I ate more swim baits. Absolutely tore through swim baits. Probably caught close to 30, 40 fish today. Just couldn't find the size. Me a couple, you know, 1.5, 2 pounders, 14, 15, 16 inches. But other than that, nothing. I mean, at least I found a couple tournament fish. I wanted to put a 5-fish bag today. I would have put 4. Would have been 1 shy of a 5-fish limit. But so we're out hunting, trying to find the best bite. I tried some new water and found some new dead water that I know not to fish again. So it's always the ups of getting out here and getting after it. So now, truth be told, I am in a big bass slump. So 3 months of it back here, and I've really been doing my best to really chase this dream of getting this channel back to kind of the level of, you know, the prestige that it was before I'd even joined the Army. Now, a brief history of my YouTube. I joined back in June of 2009. I'm one of the OG YouTubers, as they like to say. Back when John B was actually JoJo Bars 33, back when kind of me and him were kind of affiliated as the youngsters on YouTube. You know, we were the young middle schoolers slash early high schoolers that really came into this YouTube thing. And I started tournament fishing back in 2011. That was kind of the first time I ever got into a boat and participated in the tournaments. And I've actually been out of the tournament game going on 3.5 years here since the last time I've actually participated in a bass fishing tournament. The first one I fished, I'm gonna make sure I'm 100% confident. I was actually looking into fishing the BFL with FLW here on Lake Okeechobee, April 22nd. I kind of looked into it on a Saturday. I worked till about 5 o'clock on Friday. So you figure with me getting off duty, changing, showering, whatever, jamming it down to Okeechobee, it's about a 7-hour drive from where I live here in Georgia. It really just didn't make sense. You know, I'm gonna be getting down there about 11:30, 12 o'clock. I wouldn't be able to meet my boater. I wouldn't make the meeting the day before the tournament. Nothing really made sense for me to jam down for this tournament, spending upwards of a couple $100 for the tournament. I'm slowly trying to work it back up. The subscriber count's coming up, which that's all thanks to you guys, the viewers, and I can't thank you guys enough, especially ones that have been supportive since, I guess day one, you could say. You know, a lot of you guys, and it doesn't go unnoticed. I promise to God it does not go unnoticed. Even just people liking, you know, the Instagram photos on, you know, I have the regular people that comment and, you know, shoot messages and we chit chat or whatever about fishing. It doesn't go unnoticed, guys. I notice you guys there on YouTube. I notice you here on Instagram, and I recognize your names all the time. And that's all just a huge thank you right back at you. The main part of me doing all these is those messages I get every night. When I sit down after work and I can flip through and see somebody say, you know, you influenced me back in 2010 or 11 or whatever to start making videos. You know, that's the thing I do. And it's the guys that come back and say, you taught me how to do this, you influenced me how to bass fish, or to go and bass fish tournaments, or to make my own YouTube channel. And that's the stuff I love. That's stuff I live for right there. And it's stuff I'm working for to really make it somewhere in this fishing industry. So as far as this video is concerned, I was kind of fishing a couple different techniques that day, and I was really trying to stir into some big fish, which is why I started flipping a lot. We were out on the lake for about 3.5 hours or so. Let's bring out old H in here. I got a little tiny hollow body frogs. I was doing some frog fishing here in Georgia today. It didn't come out too successful, so don't ask. But I promise by these things. Before we get into the rod and reel, rod covers, you know, you got Stick Jacket, Rod Glove, tons of companies. You can buy these things anywhere. Typically, they really all do the same job. A lot of are built with a lot better quality. But I always buy, anytime I buy a new reel or buy a new rod, I buy a Rod Glove baitcast reel cover when I buy a baitcast reel. Now, I've had this reel, as I stated, going on 6.5 years. Now, the main thing, my secret is to just keeping these reels going forever. And this is, as you can tell, the old style Bass Pro Shops Carbon Light baitcast reel, the all gold. This is one of the first reels that came out that was under 7 ounces, believe it or not. This was a breakthrough in the industry when Bass Pro released this reel, and it was one of like kind of when EVA handles kind of became big. Now it seems like everybody's going to cork handles, but you know, the EVA is what made it huge. And you can see just how, I mean, how tore up. I wouldn't even say tore up, just how much use this reel has got and how much $120 was worth for me back when I bought this reel. So I've probably put about 130 miles of line on this reel since I've owned it. It's caught plenty of double-digit fish, including one of the most popular videos ever uploaded onto my channel, which was the 9/11 caught on the Butler Chain of Lakes. I bought this reel in 2011, and that year of 2012, by February I had already caught 6 fish at 10+ pounds, and you know, I made the newspaper, all that cool stuff. But when I got back from Germany and I landed in the United States and I started fishing, I realized, you know, I really didn't have that much gear, and I'd gotten 2 Eris rods while I was in Germany, but when I moved over here to Georgia, they're in with the movers, so I don't get that stuff here for a couple weeks. So I needed just a rod to have, and I didn't have a 7-foot heavy. Something that I knew the spawn was coming up. I knew I was gonna be catching a lot of fish shallow, a lot of fish in structure. And I went to Bass Pro one day seeing that these rods, these bionic blades, it's a micro, it's got micro guides all the way up it. And this bad boy was $60, and I was like, you know what, I can't even go wrong. So I fished with it with the tags, because I was pretty skeptical on the rod. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna blow this rod in half, and it's gonna break in half the first couple weeks I have it. So I fished with the tags on it until I reached the 30-day point, and then I took them off, and it's been spectacular. I've caught a ton of fish. I've probably caught over 200 fish on this thing, and it's been one of my go-to setups since I've been here in the States. You know, I caught a lot of fish the first day I started fishing in Georgia. I caught a lot of fish on this combo. So again, that was the main combo I'm fishing the swim baits on. I was flipping a pitch. I was flipping a 7'6" Duckett Ghost. And I was just flipping little quarter-ounce speed worm. That's a really big worm for flipping, and it's got that tail on it, so it's not exactly pristine for flipping Kissimmee grass, but I catch a lot of good fish on that lake with that particular worm right there. So I really want to incorporate that with some flipping and pitching style, and the fish just weren't having it that day. There was nothing I could do for it. But other than that, it was a fun day out there with the girlfriend. Couldn't have asked for a better time. Caught some fish, she caught some fish, caught a lot of small fish, but hey, I'm in the big bass slump, so you guys can't be yelling at me for that. And I have the lightest combo I think that's ever gonna hit the industry. And I'm not affiliated with Abu Garcia, I'm not affiliated with Aris Rods, I'm not affiliated with Lose Reels, not affiliated with any of these companies. You guys know I've fished Lose Reels since 2012 when they started coming out with the speed spools a lot more frequently. I was able to get them a lot easier, and I purchased about $1,000 worth of Lose Reels before I left for the Army. And I swear by Lose Reels. You know, those are typically the reels that I'll buy and go out there in advance. And this is an Abu Garcia MG Extreme Mystery Aris rod. You guys will see, and I promise you it will be the lightest combo. A very expensive combo, but the lightest combo on the industry. And that's what I'm waiting on mounting this reel back onto. I took it off of my 7-foot Duckett Ghost to put a Bass Pro Shops Extreme. Again, the old style, super old style, and you guys wouldn't believe these conditions. Unless you used my reels. I mean, I've got guys all the time, they're like, what kind of reel is that? I'm like, oh, it's the old school Bass Pro Extreme that came out in like 08. And I have these reels cooking forever, guys, to take care of my stuff. I can't wait for my stuff to come from the movers. Again, I'm gonna be making a vlog on that, kind of be talking about those. I don't think my stuff will be here till 1st of May, so that sucks. But when the military moves you and you don't pay for anything on the move, you don't have much play. Beggars can't be choosers type thing. But thanks for watching the video, guys. I've been ranting for 10 minutes too long now. I'm gonna keep you guys going. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you watch the last video below in the description. And tons of videos from when I've been back in stateside. If you're a new viewer, I am stationed here in Fort Stewart, Georgia. I just got done with an overseas tour, so I'm all finished up. I'm back here, back to get some fishing, and really hoping to grow this channel to its full extent. Until next video, guys, again, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time. Until then, tight lines, tear them up out there. Let me know what you catch. Hit up the Instagram page at Connor_McIlvaney Bass All Year. Hit me up on that if you guys got any questions, concerns, whatever. Take it easy now. See ya.